This is Broadcast Beat Magazine with Ryan Salazar.
Ryan Salazar here with Broadcast Beat Magazine. We've got David Workman, VP of News Automation Systems at VizRT. How are you, David?
I'm doing fine, Ryan. How about yourself?
Doing great. So tell us about VizOpus. VizOpus won the Broadcast Beat Award Product of the Year at the 2015 NAB show. What is VizMosart and VizOpus, and what are the differences between them?
Well, VizMosart is a newsroom automation system. It's kind of the premier automation system worldwide. And at a 60,000-foot view, VizMosart takes commands from your newsroom computer system, such as ENPS or iNews or Octopus or Delete, which has automation commands embedded into the script. We take those commands and then use that to drive all of the equipment in the newsroom. So we take direct control over things like the video switcher, the audio mixer, the graphic system, the lighting, and drive that from one single unified user interface. So as you can see on the slide here, as I mentioned, we take the control from the newsroom computer system, such as iNews, ENPS, Octopus, Delete, etc., and we drive all the devices in the control room. Now, the difference between VizMosart and VizOpus is with VizOpus, we have a Viz engine that we're using as a switcher mix effect. So we provide switcher effects, we provide graphics, and 2 channels of video servers in the box. So basically, when you look at the VizOpus, it looks like this. So we can still control external devices like your camera robotics, your lighting systems, your routers, weather systems as external devices, but all of your hardcore video processing things like the video switcher, the graphics, and the servers are included in the package, and then we also include a Yamaha audio mixer in as well. So this gives you what we call a compact control room.
VizMosart is a hardware agnostic newsroom automation system. What does that mean?
Well, VizMosart is known for being able to work with any of the video switchers that are out there on the market, any of the video servers, graphic systems, etc. But being hardware agnostic is a little more than just having interfaces to all these devices. The way the system is architected, the video drivers, the hardware drivers to drive all these pieces of equipment is abstracted away from the rundown. So you can have a control room that's built out with a Grass Valley switcher, say, for example, with all of your automation codes and all of your production running as a automated control room. You can swap out that Sony switcher or the Grass Valley switcher, put in a Sony switcher, and the same show will still run exactly the same way. Because of the way that we do all of the hardware drivers, there's nothing actually in the rundown which is hardware specific. And that also applies to the graphic systems, to the video servers. And in fact, we can control multiple brands of video servers at one time. So if you have a mix of, say, Omnion video servers and Avid Airspeed video servers, we can control those simultaneously and sync roll them and use one as a primary bank and the other one as the backup bank and swap back and forth between them at any time.
You guys recently did a SMPTE presentation on the redundancy architecture of VizMosart. It seems to be a very unique system in that regards. Can you tell me why the architecture is so good?
Yeah, we're well known for having a very redundant architecture for the VizMosart server. Basically, when you buy the redundancy installation, you have 2 servers that operate in parallel. So they're both executing the rundown in lockstep. They're both doing the exact same thing. They're both getting the copy of the rundown from the newsroom system. And both of them have fully redundant connections to all of the devices. From the user interface within Mosart, you can say switch to backup, just hit OK to confirm it. The primary server releases control over all the devices. The backup server grabs control over all the devices. And that switchover happens in about 1 to 3 seconds. So it's very, very fast. You can, if you have some problem, a failed power supply or something like that, you can roll a 5-second video clip. While that clip is playing, you can say switch to backup. By the time that clip is done, everything's under control of the backup system. You say take your next event, and there's basically no glitch on there. Everything just continues to run as it would normally.
David, thanks so much for spending your time with us this morning here at Broadcast Beat. Again, VP of News Automation Systems, David Workman at VizRT.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Take care.